A new national phone line for older people will be up and running by Christmas. The Silver Line has just received £5 million from the Lottery Fund. This comes on a day when the Prime Minister is being lobbied by the former Care Minister Paul to give more legal protection for elderly people. In a moment, we'll hear from Esther Ranson herself. But first, a woman who contacted the pilot phone line has been telling us about her experiences. I asked Ella Britton, who's 78, what prompted her to call the Silver Line.
I was in a car accident. A young chap rode into the back of my car on a roundabout. He accepted responsibility immediately, but it wrote my car off. I had torn nerves in the back of my neck, so my health wasn't brilliant, and I was really low. Also, it's exactly 10 years since I lost my husband, who was wonderful and saw me through any problems. I hadn't got him. I was alone. I have got a family. I've got a good family, but they have a life. I can't interfere. They've got children to look after, and they're good, but, you know, you can't talk to them about really serious things.
And so that's why you decided to ring Silver Line?
Yes, well, I was listening to Daybreak News early one morning, about 2 days after the accident, and Esther was describing it. Well, I filled up. She got it so true, so good. I feel entirely alone. I have got 3 children and 2 of them are nearby, but obviously I'm not with them constantly. When I had 35 years with a fabulous husband. He died very suddenly, but I was used to having a hug and then, right, how do we tackle this? Now I have to do it all alone. And when you weren't well, they'd wrap a blanket around you and make you a hot drink and give you a hug, and you felt better. But now I'm alone. I can't tell the children I feel so low. I can't tell them I don't want to wake up tomorrow. But you can talk to a voice on the phone and let off steam, sort of thing.
And how was it when you decided to let off steam?
It was lovely. I'd only heard Esther. I hadn't got the number. And the next day I was talking to a young friend of mine. She says, right, come on. And she went on the internet. She says, this is the number. You ring it. So that afternoon I came home and I rang it. A chap called Richard answered me. And I told him about the accident. The insurance was deciding whether to write my car off. I was in a lot of pain. I was on constant strong painkillers. And he was lovely. They don't give you advice. They sort of comfort you. Which is, you know, it was lovely. It was just what I needed. And to know that there's somebody there 24/7 that I can talk to and let off steam is, I'd say, it's very comforting.
And you were also given a Silver Line friend?
Yes, I was. That was Wilma at Blackpool. She was great. We found we had a lot of things in common. And every Tuesday evening she phoned me and we'd natter for quite a long time about what was happening and where we were going, you know. I think we sort of helped each other. We had a good natter.
Do you think there are a lot of people in the same position as you who might be well off, or not well off, but, you know, not have money problems in particular, have a family, but still feel so lonely?
Yes. There's thousands and thousands of them, I'm sure. And some people can't talk, or you don't know who to talk to. And there's a lot of people, you know, they're probably not really on the breadline, but they're lonely. They don't know who to talk to.
Ella Britton. Well, Esther Ranson, who set up Childline, is the moving force behind the Silver Line. I asked if she thought that there were other people in a similar position to Ella.
We know there are. During the pilot of the Silver Line, which is what we've been running since last November, we've had 4,000 calls from people who ring us because, like Ella, they feel they would like to talk to somebody on a friendly basis, not be counselled, not necessarily be advised, but just talk to somebody who's there for them. I think loneliness is very often about loss. There are people who are alone and quite enjoy it, but there are other people like Ella, like me, like many thousands of other people, who find some time during the day or night that life isn't worth living and they would like to talk to someone. They don't want to burden their families. You got that loud and clear from Ella. She doesn't want them to feel her pain. And it's very much like the experience we've had at Childline. Children protect their parents and older people protect their kids.